guys, Mystery Wheel Gunner back here with you again, and I am going to be trying out a new loading for the Monster Hand Cannon, aka the 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum Performance Center Edition revolver, aka the Resident Evil 5 Super Gun. I will be trying out the Hornady 300 grain bullet with the FTX tip, the polymer tip. I'm not a ballistics expert, but according to Hornady's, data sheet / propaganda piece on these, supposedly the FTX tip helps to make the bullet a little more aerodynamic, therefore helping the bullet preserve more of its velocity as it travels downrange to the target. Also, it serves to help protect the hollow point from getting clogged. The polymer tip is basically it's a sacrificial tip, so it's designed to stay in place for, maybe the first, inch or so of penetration, and then it's supposed to shed, and then when it sheds, of course, that will help allow the hollow point to expand properly. So a side benefit of that is that supposedly the polymer tip helps to control expansion, so the hollow point doesn't bloom too quickly too early, therefore supposedly giving you better penetration. So in other words, Hornady's claim is that the FTX tip is basically an improved hollow point. I'll take their word for it. I've always had good luck, good experiences, I guess would be a better term, with Hornady's bullets. Anyway, there is one little concern I have though, and oddly enough, it is the polymer tip itself. It is just polymer, so you got to be careful not to mush or deform the polymer tip when you are seating the bullet into the case. If you are using Hornady's dies, they sell a custom bullet seater stem or plug, whatever you want to call it, to accommodate the FTX tip so you can seat these without deforming them. Unfortunately, I don't have any Hornady dies for the 500. I do have some RCBS dies, and thankfully they do include an FTX friendly, I guess you might say, seating plug. These were probably made before the FTXs. I could be wrong. I don't know if they made these for the FTXs. I think these were just, just how they were. The RCBS dies come with two, at least mine did. They came with two cedar plugs. One was flat. One has this concave form to it. It's got that cavity in there. So basically, it looks like this is going to work out okay. So using the cedar plug with the concave seating plug, looks like the FTX tip will slip into there rather easily and will be safe from getting mushed while the bullet is seated into the case. All right. Well, enough of the explanations. I'm going to go start up configure my reloading press. I'll load up a test batch of these, and I'll take you to the range, and then we'll do some chrono wing and do some accuracy testing. Alrighty, here are some snapshots of a completed round using the 300 grain Hornady FTX bullet, and as expected, the RCBS concave cedar plug did indeed protect the polymer tip. The polymer tip was not deformed during seating, but there was a bit of a side effect. The RCBS concave cedar plug put a ring around the bullet. At most, I think this is just a cosmetic issue. I really don't think this will impact bullet performance at all. But anyways, let's get to the range. Here's a shot of the rifle range I was at. Let's roll in some chrono data here. I shot 3 times over the chronograph, resulting in a 3-shot average of 1,828 feet per second, resulting in 2,226 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle. Okay, not gonna lie to you, not even gonna try and fool you. This is, on the milder end of the scale as far as what the 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum can do, and there are 2 reasons for this. Number 1, I'm not really trying to replicate the Buffalo Bore factory loads. Okay, if I need that kind of power, I'll just buy some factory Buffalo Bore. Secondly, this is my first time out with this particular bullet and this particular loading. Anytime you try out a new loading, never go max your first day. Always start out at the low to low moderate end of the scale. Then you check your velocity, you check for overpressure signs. This is just good safe practice for reloading. Now, while this particular loading might be on the lower end of the scale for the 500, it's still a decent amount of power. For comparison, a typical 44 Magnum loading is a 240 grain bullet at 1,300 feet per second, resulting in 901 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle. So as you can see, even with this moderate 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum loading, it's already severely outclassing the 44 Magnum. But okay, on to some accuracy testing. I'll be shooting off of a rest, which you can see in the picture there, and the distance to target is going to be 50 yards. Okay, here are the results from that first string. And yes, I still have my jabroni digital caliper here. I found the battery door, but still can't find the screws, so yeah, I'm still rubber banding the thing. But okay. Alright, looks like, oh, whoa. Gotta switch it back to American units. Okay, 1.875 inches for that first group. Okay, here are the results from the second group. And it looks like I'm getting 1.759 inches. Yep, looks like I'm getting the same measurement no matter which of these 2 holes I pick. So 1.759 inches. Okay, is this spellbinding accuracy? No. But if we're going to be honest, it's also still pretty good. I'd say very good, very respectable accuracy. I'll be trying out different powders in the future to see if I can improve the accuracy even more. Now that's going to be a little while because we're still in the middle of an ammo and reloading components crisis here in the US. The powders I would like to try out, they're really hard to find, or if I can find them, they're really expensive. But as soon as this crunch crisis passes, yeah, I'll be back to testing more new loadings with the 300 grain Hornady FTX bullet. Okay, now with all the, all the calculations and measurements out of the way, hey, time to just have some fun. All right, time to shoot some stuff. First up is 64 ounces of frozen dihydrogen monoxide, also known as ice. Ice baby. Doon 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 doon. Okay, I'll stop. Collaborate and listen. No, okay, seriously, I'll stop. Next up, 2 liters of ice. Who says an American can't learn the metric system? Ha ha!